Hello and welcome to this evening. Okay, how was your evening? So, today we are going from Los Angeles, downtown Los Angeles, Westwood Los Angeles, Glendale, Marina del Rey, and in New York. And I have a very special guest. However, she is not guest, she is a part of the team, right? So, hello, Alice.
Hi, how are you?
I'm great, thank you. How about you?
I'm fine, thank you. And I'm very,
Amazing.
very happy that I am part of this program again. Thank you so much.
It's my pleasure. Thank you, for your time and your great program in the afternoon every day at 2 p.m. Los Angeles time. Uh, Secrets of Beauty. However,
Yes,
today you did something amazing. I really like it because every day I said, so you
thank you.
cannot go outside is a good time to go inside and connect with yourself and inside of yourself. So, and you
Exactly.
did an amazing program. Okay, folks, if you didn't watch that program, please, please, please go and watch that program. So, uh,
Thank you.
we have more guests here and a specialist from New York. So all of you guys just make sure your headroom is good enough, it's not too much, and your angle, everything very good. So uh, Alice, let's save time and go with Dr. Uh, let me see which one is ready. All of them, they are ready. Very good. All of them, they are here. Amazing, amazing. So, uh,
We are
let's
anxiously
see. Yeah,
waiting for
yes,
that.
yes, yes, yes. Amazing, amazing. So, what's your plan for tomorrow in your program? Because lots of people they ask about, your original program. I said that was a special program just for today, but tomorrow she gonna continue, her
Yeah,
program for
always.
hair and makeup. Very good, very good.
Yeah.
So we have
The program is
Dr.
about the
Yeah,
secrets
Dr.
of the.
Saeid Karandish is here, and let's go with him because I have a very special and important question. Dr. Karandish, welcome to the program. Oh my gosh, we don't have your audio. So just like last time, yeah, uh, restart your phone and come back. Definitely, you're gonna have audio. So during this time, I have a question with Coach Bunny is here, and Coach Bunny, are you ready? So, uh, very good, very good. So, hello and welcome.
Hi, good to be with you again.
It's pleasure to have you here, and very happy to have you. So, Coach Bunny, we heard a lot of things about people want to open the businesses. They are frustrated. They are they need money. So, and then same time, what happened to personal responsibility? Oh, how I can be responsible about myself, my health, my people, and about planets.
If uh, if you are familiar with my coaching and
Mm-hmm.
know my train of teaching,
Mm-hmm.
one of the very, very first things that I teach my clients or talk about with my clients is how to be at cause. In
Mm-hmm.
other words, how to be responsible.
Mm-hmm.
So each one of us has a responsibility to take action into our hands, to be responsible for our results. A lot of times we say, I'm young, I'm healthy, it's not going to affect me.
Mm-hmm.
And we are solely concentrating on ourselves and on the me part of ourselves. So
Okay.
if we step out and we say, how can I be responsible for myself and for others then that's the right question to ask from the self. Now, we talked about responsible choices and
Mm-hmm.
being at cause and how to effectively make decisions.
Mm-hmm.
When we make decisions, we talked about this before in your program as well. We
Right.
ask three questions.
Mm-hmm.
Is it good for me? Is it good for you? And is it good for the planet? And it's very, very important to ask this question nowadays
Right.
when we are ready to go back to the world again.
For any
And one thing we
decision,
need to
sorry, I interrupt you. It's mean for any decision, all the time we should make sure this decision is good for me, is good for you, and is good for planet, for everybody. That's very important things.
Exactly.
We should be aware of these
Exactly.
things all the time.
All the
And
time.
and
We
how
see
how
every
some of the
second that we
businesses
are.
is very important. Some of these businesses, they are working very close with clients, right? I don't want to mention the name of the businesses, but it's like just a one fit. How and some of them they don't use mask. That's their choice, but how is possible? And this is an important question. I have it with Dr. Karandish, but Dr. Karandish, still we don't have your talk, please. I want to just okay. I have your audio. I have a same question with Dr. Karandish. Let me see what's his answer. Okay, Dr. Karandish, welcome to the show. Hello, hello. Oh my gosh, we lost you. So he is coming back. So continue, please. Coach Bonnie. Oh, sorry.
So,
Did you meet Alice? Alice?
no,
Okay.
Can we see
nice
each
to meet you.
other? Hi, how are you, my dear?
I'm doing
Nice
well,
meeting
thank
you.
you. Hope you're staying
So
safe and
lovely.
healthy.
And she
Thank
has a
you.
Thank you.
program
You're
every
very
day.
lovely, and I'm just like, carefully listen whatever you are saying because it's very, very important. The
Thank you.
question asking, it's very important for me and for all the audience and everybody. It's very
Right.
hectic
Thank you so much.
situation, but we know
So,
the right answer.
thank you. Thank you. So, one thing we need to realize is that when we go back, things are not going to be as we knew it. Our normal has changed dramatically. The
Mm-hmm.
normal that we used to know 2 months ago, it's
Mm-hmm.
not going to come back. That I can guarantee you. There's going to be lots of new possibilities or opportunities that are different. The way we interact with each other is going to be different. So instead of being fearful and instead of being annoyed at the new normal, what we need to be able to do and be responsible for is to say, how can I make this new reality the best possible way for me and for others?
Right.
So, for example, I know that a lot of us, when we see each other, we like to greet each other with hugs and kisses. Now, the new normal is probably going to be a wrist bump or an elbow bump or
Mm-hmm.
just blowing a kiss. So, little things that we can do to have a big impact. Washing our hands and being mindful of others, when a lot of people say that, oh, okay, I'm not sick, so I'm not going to be wearing a mask. Yet, by wearing a mask, you are respecting and you're giving the signal that it's okay. It's not a sign of weakness. It's not a sign of fear. It's not a sign of ignorance that I'm wearing a mask. It's just that I care about you that I'm wearing a mask. Even though if I was tested last week and I'm negative, I might have contracted it 2 days ago and not know it. So
Right.
have respect for others.
Right.
Be mindful of other people.
Right.
It's when we go back to the world again, I think the one thing that's going to be very different, we need to have a mindset, a shift of mindset that is from a me mindset to a we mindset. So anytime that we think this is okay for me, ask the question from yourself, is it good for others? Is it good
Right.
for the planet again? So always consider all of the possibilities when you're making a decision. When you're going to your hair salon, I know I definitely need to go to my hair lady and have have
Right,
my
haircut
hair
and
done.
yeah,
We all do. So taking precautions, wearing a mask, making sure that she is wearing a mask, making sure that all of her equipments are clean and disinfected. So little things can definitely have a big impact. We definitely are going to go back into life and into
regular
living again. I
life.
mean, we cannot be quarantined for life. So anytime that we go back, the virus is going to be there until
Right.
they find a vaccine or an antibody or some kind of a medication. But until then, the virus is going to be there, and that needs to be part of our lives for, I don't know, however long, maybe a year they predicting, maybe a year, 2 years, whatever it is. Just take into consideration that I am not alone. We just learned that one virus actually literally put a halt on the whole universe, on the whole planet.
Right.
So it's not just me. It's all of us. It's one time. This is a very important time to realize togetherness. Your program. So togetherness and thinking about collectively as a whole is very important.
Right, exactly. And it's very important
Yeah.
to consider these things. Go ahead, please, Alicia.
Yeah, I have one quick question. I just want to know, like, how safe are these masks, and how safe it is. I mean, is it really you can count down it even if you're very close, but you both are wearing masks? Is it gonna be helpful? Do you feel
That's a
it's
good
gonna be
question we
I'm
can
not.
ask.
better?
I'm not.
That's a good question with Dr.
Yeah, I'm not a
Karandish. Yeah,
mask expert.
yeah.
Sorry, Amir, I didn't mean to cut you off. But I think there are different kinds of masks, and I think if you have an expert on differentiating the different kinds of masks, some are just for protecting so that you don't give the virus to someone else, and some masks actually can protect you as well. I'm not sure. I don't want to give my opinion because I'm not an expert in masks, but if someone, a doctor maybe is on your panel that can give that information, that would be great for everyone else too.
Right, right. We had a very good program today, 10 minutes, and it was a specialist talking about mask and different kind of mask. And now
Yeah.
we are going with Dr. Karandish in New York. Hello and welcome.
Hi everyone.
Very good. Now we
Do
have
you hear me?
audio.
Hello.
So,
Oh, thanks God, finally.
yeah, thank God, finally we have you from New York. So, how's everything over there? And our main question about safety, how going to be safe? Because most of businesses and some owners, they said we need money and we want to open the business. As a citizen, we have a right to do it. So we spoke with Coach Bonnie as a life coach. If we are citizen, of course we have a right to open with all things, everything. I want to make sure I have a mask. I want to clean everything. But some businesses, they're working so close, right? And they are very close to client, and some maybe like a 1 feet. Tell us how much could be dangerous these things it's for me is honestly it's very dangerous to just think about that. It's very, very tough.
As far as I know and as far as I'm checking about this virus, we never had such a invasive virus in the history. We know a lot of different viruses, from HIV to yellow fever to hepatitis to mumps to rubella to rubeola and a lot of other diseases, Ebola, but none of them is even comparable with this new virus. Even it's
Right.
not comparable.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we have a long way to go to control of this virus. And I think the reality will control the situation, because in New York they were thinking that, oh, okay, let's take it easy and we start to do our business, and just old people get this disease and elderly, and we are protected, or we are okay, and we are watching other people, and at least in New York, and it didn't respond. And as I see, there is more than 300,000 people. It's not easy to say. 300,000 people got the disease.
Wow.
And
Wow.
look at, and you cannot imagine how is the situation of the city, and now it's getting a little bit under control, but imagine after 300,000 people. And
Right.
now we are in process that if even in 2 days, if they go out again, we have those high numbers. Today we
Hmm.
had the least number, which was 3,000 something. And let's see and wait for tomorrow to see if the good numbers continues. But I
So
think it's a huge number of.
yes, we have
It
Go
is.
ahead.
Coach Bonnie and Alice Atakhanian, same time in the picture. Okay, ladies, if you have a question,
Hi.
Yeah, is here.
Hi, how are you?
Nice to meet
You
you.
already gave great
Good.
information.
Thank you.
Sad
Thank you
information,
so
but
much
it's
for
like
all
it's
that you
good to know,
do.
you know?
Oh,
Yeah.
my pleasure. That's part of our job. Now
So we
we
heard
are
something
dealing with
about
our normal fears.
Doctor Karandish. We heard something about the vaccine, and some topics and some articles came. This vaccine's gonna be with the robot inside, going inside of your body to control you. I'm sure you heard that. You watched that. It's a couple videos. You know, Bill Gates and all of people. They want to control all of the world, and it is possible. So, did you hear something about this?
These conspiracy theories might be correct or might not be, but we know that already that like big companies, like credit companies, they are looking for you. They check if you search for a particular website tomorrow, you're going to see that they are sending something to your address,
Of
mailing
course.
something to your address, or you see that, yeah, that's a very normal thing that now people know. They know that uh, they know where in which location you are exactly in, and they have a lot of information, and they love to know about these things. I'm not sure about this virus is part of this plan, because I know whoever that design, if there is some kind of designing by a human being, it's a very bad idea, because everyone is loser in this situation. And but I can tell that it's not really similar to any known viruses. Even it's not similar to former coronavirus that we had as a SARS or MERS.
Right.
In worst case scenario of them, they had 700 people died because of SARS. Now we are going much higher than that, much higher than that.
I have a question, but
Amir, I
go
have
ahead,
something
Bunny,
to add to that. If
please.
so, anytime, no matter what group, what political side you're on, when you have these conspiracy theories, the people behind the conspiracy theory have an agenda. And what the agenda is that, so they make fear into you, they build fear into you so that you act a certain way because of the fear that you're feeling. They put enough anxiety in you, they plant enough stress, enough fear, enough anxiety, and then they say, if you want all of these feelings, all of these negativities to go away, we want you to act a certain way. We want you to vote a certain way. We want you to do a certain thing. So all of these conspiracy theories, either left or right, they have their own agenda. And we as citizens are responsible to do our own research, to do our own due diligence, and find out what it is that works best for me. Instead of giving into the fear and acting from fear, do your due diligence, see what is right for you, what feels right, and then go from there.
Hmm.
Does that make sense?
It makes sense, but
I think I can add some things
Sure.
that
Sure.
I think, like a situation like this one, that everybody's scared and of working, not working, and all this sickness and stuff like that. And when we heard that mandatory, we have to use the vaccine, that it's like more, more makes you worry, because like when they said
Exactly.
mandatory, means everybody has to do it. But this is not right. We are human beings, and like the vaccine or stuff like that, they can find another way, I believe. And they don't have to force people to have a vaccine, because we don't know behind the vaccine what is going on. It's some things that they know, we don't know. But we just want to protect not getting sick. Even people, even children, when they get the vaccine, still they get sick too. So we cannot 100% confirm that when we get the vaccine, everything is going to be normal. I
And they
think
cannot make it this much,
that's more.
vaccines. Like how many billion? They cannot make it this much vaccine if it's coming, right? Dr.
No,
Karandish.
they cannot. They cannot. Yeah, technically, even for flu shots,
Mm-hmm.
they make maximum of between 300 to 400 millions
Mm-hmm.
per year. And
Wow.
if they want to provide a COVID vaccine, it should cover at least 5 billion people. Then it's something almost impossible. And it takes
Yeah.
at least 18 months. I don't think that even we need, by that time, I'm sure that we found other solutions. We have found other solutions for
Hopefully
this
they can make
virus. I
it
don't think that this
faster, right?
vaccine.
We heard something they are working.
No, unfortunately,
Hmm.
no, there is no way to make a faster vaccine. This last experience, it was in Philippines in 2016. There is a populist president there, and because of his presidential campaign, he wanted to show himself useful, and they were in process of making vaccine for dengue fever, and it was endemic in Philippines, and he pushed Sanofi company. Sanofi is a big company, the main pharmaceutical company in France, and he pushed them to go ahead and start it. We really need it. No worries about anything. Just come and start it.
Right.
And Sanofi started vaccination for um, uh, this dengue fever, and unfortunately, thousands of children got involved, got damaged by it, and 600 people, 600 of them died because of it. Then
But I
after
heard.
that, no one gonna make any vaccine.
Yeah, but last night I heard on
It's not.
news they made something in Europe. Maybe it was in London. They they test with on monkeys, and it was okay. They're gonna test again, and maybe next month they wanna test on human, and if it's gonna be positive and good, then they are going with to have a vaccine for September. Did you heard that?
They already started so many vaccines. If you remember, like I think 2 months ago, they started the first
Right.
woman in United States,
Mm-hmm.
and she was volunteer, and she
Mm-hmm.
didn't accept any money offer. She
Mm-hmm.
did it because she wanted to help human being, and they already started. But
What
the
happened? She's
process of
still
vaccine,
alive?
they
She's
should
still alive?
no one knows about it, and
Wow.
these things, and these things should be
Difficult.
really. This information is not that
Secret.
much. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
it is
cannot know
secret.
about it.
Nobody can find out
It's secret.
Okay.
truth or not.
I know it's a late time in New York. Do you want to add something and update us with some news?
They are working on different medication, and one of them was remdesivir that they promised a few weeks ago that it's going to be the first medication.
Mm-hmm.
But by accident, the group that they are working on this medication, they put the draft of their work, their
Mm-hmm.
study, on the WHO by mistake, and for a few minutes it was there, and people got it, and it shows that unfortunately there is no real difference about using this medication. And I'm sure that you have heard about hydroxychloroquine, the famous
Okay.
medication that Donald Trump talked about it, and it showed that even it causes more mortality and
Mm-hmm.
not helping at all. And we are struggling with different medication and different methods, but so far it seems that none of them works. And this new version, or I can tell that new personality of the virus that we have never experienced like that before. Now it's showing with different symptoms. Now patients come with weakness in lower extremity, with diarrhea, other symptoms that, and with a stroke.
Mm.
And most of the people that they are getting a stroke. They are young people,
Wow.
and these are weird behaviors that we see on a daily basis. And although the number of patients in New York are under control now, in a way, because like after 300,000 people, I don't see any reason to go higher than that.
300,000.
I see that it still is very difficult to manage this virus.
Right, right. Ladies, do you have any question?
Yeah, I have one quick. Thank you very much for this great information. It's good to know. And I have a quick question, like how soon it's possible to go back to work? Like they always
You can
postpone
go
it, like
you can go
maybe
to
mid
back
or
to work
end of.
tomorrow, but it's not safe.
No, I know. No, they have to let us because we cannot go back to work until they let us to go back to work. We cannot open it. But we just wonder to know, like, do you have any idea, like, if you know about it, like, how long it's gonna take, or did they talk about it, and how we gonna do it actually? Because, like, I have a beauty salon, so
You
I'm working
know,
with the people. It's very close. How we gonna do this? This is like
I think
it's gonna be so much
now the
hard
main.
work.
Mhm. Go ahead.
Yeah, Dr. Karandish, go ahead, please.
Yeah, I think now the main question is saving people's life, and I'm concerning about the numbers in California, because by the end of week it's going to be 50,000,
Mm-hmm.
and it means
I
that like in past 3 weeks it was 5 times more, and it means that there are 5 times more chance of getting disease from other people. And as I mentioned to you, as I have some information from some hospitals in California, they are really already full.
Wow.
And I think because people don't see that side of disease, they are concerned about daily activities. But if you see even one of those one of those people, and one of those sick people, and you see that
Right.
how you cannot do anything for them, it's very difficult to manage them, and you see that none of them they are young. A lot of our patients are young. They don't have
Wow.
any history of like diabetes or hypertension or other things that we expected before, and unfortunately they died before we know even what was the reason for uh, their dying. And I think because of this situation, uh, predicting the condition is difficult, especially with this personality of the virus. For the first time, I'm using the word uh, personality of the virus. This
Mm.
virus has really a personality. It's like a human being.
So,
He or she chooses and picks up, and you see that, for example, recently she is more attracted to men, and we have so many male that they get involved, and like out of 50 patients, 5 of them are female, the rest are men,
wow.
and it's a
Interesting.
new
Oh, I didn't know
behavior.
that.
Yeah, behavior. It's like a
And
you. We feel
especially
that it's
African American males. African
African
Americans
American
also
and
getting
Spanish
it a lot
people,
more.
And Spanish, yeah.
and
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
and Spanish people,
Not Armenian, don't worry
but it
about
goes
that.
everywhere
Others.
if you want. Not
But
Armenian.
Armenian are safe.
but
Persian are safe.
honestly, I heard yesterday, one of the city, they want to open their beach this weekend, and they vote, and
I think
they
they
are
did
going to
already.
open, and it's gonna be more, worse and worse. So,
I think they
You know,
should
we
open
are
Coach Bonnie,
thinking. No,
Coach Bunny, do you have any question with Dr. Karandish? I know because
No, I thank you for all that you do. Stay safe, stay healthy, and all the
thank you.
best.
Thank you
Blessings to
so
you.
much. And now, if you want to add something, please, Dr. Karandish, go ahead.
Yeah, I wanted to complete my answering Miss Alice about the
Please.
Yeah.
question. I'm guessing that in next few weeks we know what this virus is doing in California, because we are not even in the peak, and already people are tired, because you cannot keep people for long for you cannot keep people longer to stay at
At
home.
home.
And yeah, it's very difficult to ask people to stay home, because people think that, oh, we are tired, let's go to the beach, let's go to hiking, other things. But we need to see, as I mentioned to you, this virus has personality. It doesn't like some people in some African countries. You see that the number of people that they got infected are like less than 100.
But
In India, you
unfortunately,
see that if this one,
go ahead.
go ahead.
Sorry. Go ahead.
No,
In,
just I want to tell that even in India, look at the virus how it acts, and we are really happy, because if we start acting the way that it acts in
mm-hmm.
United States, if
Mm-hmm.
it acts the same way in India, imagine 1 billion people, how they're gonna manage it with the way that that they live in India.
Oh
And
my
the
God, that's gonna be hard.
virus don't like
The
Indian.
situation is. Pardon me.
I said,
This
I know.
do you mean virus don't like Indian people?
I
What do you
think
mean?
in another way, this virus likes Indian people or females, or I see it, and it's very difficult to
Wow.
predict it. It might come to the California, you open all the beaches and nothing happens, and in some states, as you see, people are not coming even out of their place, out of their home. Every day you see 4,000 more extra people are in
Mm-hmm.
the list.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the
You know,
reason is that now,
one of
after dealing with this patient with this disease on a daily basis, I realized that there is no rule. Let's see what happens. Let's see what politicians make decision, and you're going to see the number on a daily basis. In 5 days, whatever they do in 5 days, you see look at the number, new
Wow.
cases. It's very easy. Look at the new
Just
cases in 4 to
5 days.
5 days. Just
Okay.
5 days. You're going to see
Okay.
what happened in New York. It was after people came out in 5 days, they came up to 10,000.
Wow.
Again, people went back home. Today was 3,000. It depends on how people act, and this is
That's
really
right.
interesting.
Yeah. Yes.
But there is
Yes.
one
It's
confusion.
unbelievable.
Sorry, the question came because so many people, they don't know which part they have to believe. They have to believe the media, the news, or don't believe it, because most of them, this is like a playing or stuff like that. Obviously it's correct, but that's why the confusion comes. They cannot know the exact count of how many people sick, because they are hearing so many different stuff, and we don't know which one we have to believe. That's why we have to leave it and see what they're gonna do.
I
And all
think
we have
I
to do is
think
just wait
the
and
most
pray,
still we can
pray
we
for
can
help.
trust CDC, and what recommendation CDC gives. It's going
But
to be
everybody
the
say
most
something,
accurate and most unbiased.
CDC. Yeah.
So follow
Okay.
CDC
Yeah, we
guidelines and
listen
get
to one
your
presenter.
news from a newsworthy outlet, not from. Most of us get our news from Facebook, YouTube, and WhatsApp. But yeah, as I said, we need to do our due diligence and get our news from worthy places that
Yeah.
are not
If you
biased.
really get
They're not
exact
tilting one way or
news,
another.
yeah, if you really know exact what is going on, that would be good. It's so confusing. One day you're listening to
Yeah.
something, the other day it's changed, new rules come, old one
That's
goes. I
true.
mean, it's
Yeah, and
so
now
confusing.
talking with
Unfortunately.
Dr. Karandish, we're gonna come back with a quick question with uh, Coach Bonnie. because of all these stresses, how we can release and relieve our stresses. Okay, thank you so
That's
much,
the
Dr.
most
Karandish.
important part.
I appreciate. Thank you for
Thank
your
you so
time.
much, Dr. Karandish.
Thank you, Miss Bunny. Thank you, Miss
Thank
Alice.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you so
Amirja.
much.
Bye
And it was
bye. Have a
nice
good one.
meeting
Bye.
you.
Bye.
Have a good night.
So we are back, and thank you so much to watching Togetherness Media this evening. And we have a different program from in morning to nighttime, 24 hours, 7 days. If you're watching with your browser on your computer or phone, you can download the app. It's easy, it's very simple, and you can just push, watch, and watch live. So, with all of these stresses, Coach Bunny, tell us how we can relieve our stresses.
So, what is the stress telling us? The stress is telling us that, first of all negative emotions are just energy moving through our body. Anytime that we have a negative emotion coming up for us, it's a energy disruption. Somewhere in the body, the energy is being disrupted. That's why we're having that negative energy. Now, first and foremost, realize what that emotion is. Put a name on it. A lot of times when we give name to our feelings, give name to our emotions, just not sad, happy, and angry. Those are the three that we most often use. But really dig deep and see what that feeling is. Put a name on it. Once we identify the stress, once we identify the name of the feeling, already by identifying the name by itself, it has a therapeutic effect on our brain.
Right.
So first and foremost, identify. A lot of times when we have a negative emotion or negative feeling, we try to deny it, we try to avoid it, we try to make it to look and feels like something else. Stay with that feeling. Don't run away from it, because no matter what you do, you need to express and feel even the negative emotions that are happening inside of your body. Because once you try to ignore, avoid, or deny the feeling, where is that feeling going? If we think that as energy, and that energy is inside of us, if we don't address it, where is the emotion going? It gets stuck somewhere in the body. That's why we have shortness of breath, and that's exactly why we need to get rid of our stresses now, because more than ever we need our lungs, and we need to be able to breathe, and we need to get more oxygen into our lungs. So sometimes we have tightness of chest, our heart gets contracted, or we get knots in our stomach. So no matter what the emotion is, it's somewhere inside of us, and it's moving inside of us. So what is it? Identify it. Once you identify it, then sit with the emotion and say, okay, what is this emotion telling me? Because most of the time, the stress or the worry or the anxious thoughts are about something disastrous that's going to happen in the future. Bring back the mind into now and ask yourself, at this very moment, right now, at this second, am I in danger? Is my life in danger? Most probably not. Friday, I know we are short on time, and Friday, before I do my, maybe I dedicate the 15 minutes on stress relief, and I want to walk the audience and the listeners into a technique on how to actually release these negative emotions. So first and foremost, identify them. Accept that they're there. Accept that the feelings are there. Identify, put a name on it. You are Amir. If I don't know your name, it's very difficult for me to connect with you. When I know your name, I can connect with you on a deeper level. The same goes with our emotions. Identify it, and then see where in your body it's more constricted. Where do you feel it in your body? Is it in your stomach? Is it in your throat? Do you feel it in your chest? So where is it in your body? And then once you feel it identify the place or the location of it, see the movement. It's energy. It's either moving up and down, side to side. However, maybe it's moving clockwise or counterclockwise. With your eyes closed and with your third eye, feel the movement of the energy. Which way is it moving?
Mm-hmm.
And then quieting the mind, and slowly, with your conscious mind, reverse the movement of the energy. If it's moving from left to right, move it from right to left. If it's moving from your stomach to your throat, reverse the flow of the energy, the movement of the energy from your throat to your stomach. Once you start doing this slowly, after a few minutes, you see the color of the feeling change. So there's a lot more to the technique. I'm just making it a short version of the technique so people can use it. And in future programs, if I have more time, I can go more into detail on how that process is. But moving the energy, reversing the energy actually brings out a different feeling in the body. A lot of times, sadness, the opposite of sadness is happiness. So when we reverse the movement of the energy, the sadness slowly turns into happiness.
Wow,
So
interesting.
that's
Interesting. And
Amazing information. That
okay,
was great.
if you want to, if all of you, I'm talking with our viewers, if you want to know more about this, please watch Friday at 4 p.m. Los Angeles time. And Coach Bunny, every Friday, she has her own program. And thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Thanks. So nice to meet you.
So much. It was
Thank
nice.
you for having me
It was
again,
nice meeting
and
you
looking
too.
forward. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
God
Be
bless and
safe.
stay
Be
safe.
well. Thank you. Bye.